feels
We got
like
in
it's gonna...
before it started.
Members of the press assembled, then you're welcome to put those to Charlotte or more indeed myself. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Look, it's wonderful to be at the Kohima War Cemetery. Firstly, a huge thank you to the Kohima Village Youth Organisation for the wonderful escort we've had this afternoon, and also to my dear friend Sally for arranging this small little gathering right now. Look, it's always a pleasure to be in Nagaland. I'm lucky that I get to come here quite frequently for work, and indeed lucky that I get to bring outsiders to Nagaland to celebrate just how beautiful this country is, this part of the country is. On this particular trip, we've been looking at the history of the Naga Hills. As you know, we've just completed a 134-kilometer trek from Jessami to Kohima, which ended just a few minutes ago when we arrived at the Kohima War Cemetery. I'm going to allow Charlotte to say a few more words about why we did that, the historical significance of that war, and indeed why it is worth remembering today. But I also want to say, just while they're here, that a operation like this requires a lot of guidance, a lot of support. You know, right from the beginning of the planning process to you know the first step that we make on the trek, and we have many of our wonderful guides with us today who have led us tirelessly and supported us all the way from Jessami to Kohima. So I would like to say a huge thank you to I think 6 of our guides who are with us now, as well as my good friend Kevi, who has worked you know, many long hours in putting this together. So it's been a real pleasure, you know, completing this walk, or at least, you know, helping complete the walk. And it's wonderful to have completed it today and to be here with you all. So thank you very much, and I'll hand over to Charlotte to say a few more words about why we have completed this trek.
See, after all the talks we've been hearing, you understand a little bit more about it. But for the wider audience, my grandfather was Lieutenant Colonel William Felix Brown of the 1st Assam Regiment. He led the men of the Assam Regiment from Jessami back to Kohima to take part in the siege of Kohima and then the Battle of Kohima itself, a battle that was vital for the Allies in their success over the advancing Japanese. The men of the Assam Regiment formed about 260 of the 1,500 soldiers who fought here against a vast Japanese army of about 15,000 men. They fought for 2.5 weeks through the siege and then continued to fight for months later until the Japanese withdrew in June of 1944. And my grandfather remembers the Nagas very warmly. The Assam Regiment was raised from men of the Assam Regiment, including the Naga Hills, and he respected them and very highly regarded them and wanted them to be remembered. And that is what we are doing with these walks, the 39-hour walks, named after the length of time it took the withdrawing Assam Regiment to come make their way over the hills from Jessami to Kohima. It took them just 39 hours. I can tell you it's a very long way to walk, it really is. And we were lucky we had the amazing guides. And can I just ask actually for a round of applause, please, for them, because they were absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. So we had so much help. Bertie, Sampan Travel, setting up the whole of the operation. The logistics behind it are enormous. We had our guides, we were well fed entirely along the way. Thank you, Kevi, and your team as well. I am absolutely exhausted after that trek. It doesn't get easier. I did it last year, and I can tell you it doesn't get any easier this year either. And yet we had all this help, all this technical equipment, upgrades, the support of everybody. And yet the Assam had none of that. They did have the help of the Nagas, that was key. But they'd already been fighting for 5 days and nights at Jessami, then had to do this withdrawal. It just seems unimaginable to me, particularly having done that 39-hour walk. But as also, I think, something we should all contemplate is as we here are retiring back to our hotel, a very nice shower, a delicious meal, and a very soft bed, and going to be remembering our wonderful walk, the good and the bad sides of it. But the Assam Regiment arrived here, and they were the only unit of any note within the garrison on the 3rd of April when they got in. And so that was of vital importance to the success for the Allies at Kohima here. And they didn't have a chance to rest and have a lovely curry and go to bed. They actually had to start digging in immediately on their arrival. And I'm exhausted, I can barely stand up, and yet they had to start digging defences, often with their bare hands. And it was the next day that the Japanese started encircling the town, and then they fought here for 2.5 weeks without respite, day and night. I simply can't understand it myself, the level of respect we must give to these soldiers from all sides, what they all had to encounter. And as a result of that, we want to remember them, and that's what this walk is all about. Thank you very much.
Happy to have you all here again. Today, we gather in solemn remembrance of a pivotal moment and in history, the Battle of Kohima. A battle that not only shaped our land, but also left an indelible mark on the world stage. The course of history, world history was changed in this place on the 4th of April, 1944. We honor the courage and the resilience of those who fought in this conflict. A conflict that saw two superpowers, Britain and Japan, clash in the Naga Hills during the World War II. As we reflect on those harrowing days, we remember the immense suffering endured by our people. Kohima was reduced to ashes, and countless lives were lost, forever altering the course and the course of our history. It is through this struggle that Kohima emerged in the world map, recognized not just as a battleground, but as a symbol of endurance and sacrifice. I would like to let you all reflect back on the speech of my head Gambara, Sri Medo Keretsa, on the 75th anniversary of our World War II. He said, two superpowers came to Kohima, fought for their own rights, fought for our rights. Yes, history was changed here, but Kohima suffered for a long time. And he said, nowhere and not at no time, both Japan and Britain has asked forgiveness from the people of Kohima. So I would like to let you all reflect on his words. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Charlotte Carty and her team for undertaking the 39 hours to Kohima endurance trek. Your dedication to commemorating this battle and honoring those who fought is truly commendable. It serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made and the lessons we must carry on forward. We wish for mutual respect and understanding among all nations. We hope that the sentiment of the Naga people are recognized and honored, and that we can move forward in the spirit of reconciliation and peace. In a world still grappling with conflict, let us all be steadfast in our commitment to peace. May we strive to build bridges of understanding, ensuring that the sacrifices of the past leads us to a future where harmony prevails. Let us remember the lessons of history, honor our ancestors, and work together towards a world where peace reigns. Thank you.
And Zapu and Kevin?
Kevin also definitely. And Eddie?
Where's Eddie? Kevin?